The question is often asked, why there are no anti-dictatorship films? There is not and there will not be. For a single reason, because in Albania communist crimes have not been condemned. Genocide within the type brought by the class war. A total of 3 fiction films have been made, the first being The Death of the Horse, by director Saimir Kambaro. Colonel Bunker, by director Qaitum Kashgu, and the documentary, The Missing, by director Isat Musliu. The film, Death of the Horse, despite the beautiful directorial choices, the heavy atmosphere reminiscent of dictatorship, added to this an excellent acting performance, as well as functional and dramatic music. She lacks what is most important, the topic she is addressing under the shadow of criticizing the dictatorship. A horse was killed. The communist dictatorship killed a horse. Apparently this is the idea of this film that deals with the director Saimir Kambaro and the screenwriter, Nexhati Tafa. It sounds like a very minor topic that seeks to artistically make the devil's lawyer. Are you saying that these 2 film studio artists, mature in creativity, were not aware of the extrajudicial killings of the people, and when it was the fault of one man, the whole family fled into exile? Did they not know that for a word of mouth, personal opinion, go to jail for agitation and propaganda? Definitely they knew, but for them, these macabre things do not matter. For them, killing a horse is very important. A horse was killed, a racehorse, a general horse. And then what? What is the murder of a horse before the murders of thousands of people killed, without regular court proceedings? That even today they turn out to be extinct and without graves, where close people have the opportunity to bring a bunch of flowers. The killing of the horse. This is the pseudo-concern of these filmmakers, who seek in fact with this infantile finding to minimize the mass murders of the dictatorship by Enver Hoxha. A very appropriate film for the pseudo-democracy that Ramiz Alia gave to his people based on Gorbachev's orientations in Katowice, Poland, where, other things, the power was insisted to be maintained without the fall of the regime. In today's communists we will be tomorrow's businessmen. And this was all done in time and space. People continued to be isolated until visa liberalization. Such political persecuted people remained wandering around, the compensation of the prison. To laugh and to cry. Property continued not to go to the rightful owner. Votes were stolen. Deputies were sold and bought. But a horse was killed. No, gentlemen, not a horse was killed. Democracy. Pluralism was killed. I doubt the naivety of these 2 creators, especially since the screenwriter has been the party secretary in the film studio and the most favored in the indoctrinated creativity. Also the other director Saimir Kambaro, very pampered in the realization of films with political sensitivity such as Alleys That Sought the Sun, Concert in 1936, or Small Siege. The other film that claims to be anti-dictatorship is the film Colonel Bunker, by the director Qaitum Kashgu. A film that claims to mock the bunkerization of the country, when this was one of the good findings of the Albanian defense. for which the enemies of the very professional party with heavy ranks were sacrificed and came out. The film, with its lack of directorial and figurative findings, falls into the masquerade and the bunker itself, reaching the point where the colonel brings the woman a bunker cake for the anniversary. In this film, a directorial incompetence stands out that makes you not find the patience to have the film until the end. Despite the fact that the director had hired a Polish actress, who knew little or nothing about the brutal dictatorial regime in our country. Much more realistic and painful is the documentary film, The Missing, by director Esat Maisliu.